like a sunny day out. Had a little sun peering through the blinds when I woke up this morning. Wanted to sleep a little more, but knew it was time to get up. Have a big day ahead of me. Have a lot to get done. Make sure my it's clean. Garbage. Since it's Sunday morning, I might as well take care of a little business. On Sunday, I water my plants. I don't want to forget about it. So, look at that. That's what the sunlight looks like out there. But either way, put a half cup of water in my rose. Boop, boop, doo, 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 doo. Probably would have been easier to do this before I went live, but I don't know. Might as well get things done while my coffee's brewing. Good morning, Jack Taylor. How are you? Put a full cup in my hibiscus. Didn't really give you a show of that. It's really not much of a show. It's kind of hard to do anyway. Maybe watering my plants isn't good TV or good content. I usually hear that my stuff's not good content anyway, but to hell with those people. Put a full cup in my Monstera, which I only water once a week. And don't you worry, we only have one other plant left, and then the coffee is almost brewed. It's gonna be good. And I put a full cup, let's turn it around. It's all a work in progress, all a learning exercise. There we go. A full cup in my Majesty Palm, which, by the way, I want to say, I wanted to use the expression, is growing like a weed. Don't know what to say about that, but my plants are growing, they're doing well, they like the sunlit room, they like my apartment, they like my watering schedule. Again, 1 cup a week for the Monstera and the Majesty Palm. A half a cup pretty much every other day for the little roses, and 1 cup every other day for the hibiscus. So if anybody's out there wanting to be a apartment gardener, I find that works best. But what do I know? I'm just figuring it out. My coffee's almost done. Just generic Starbucks cups. I have some Starbucks I go to fairly regularly, and they know my name, and they'll write my name and get my order ready as I walk in. Not that that makes me cool or anything. I'll tell you, Starbucks is pretty good at remembering names. I don't know how they do it. I mean, they see so many customers coming through there. How they can remember that my name's Ken when I'm there like twice a week or something, just blows my mind. What a small cup. What are you talking about? This cup? It's not a small cup. Oh, what from a small coffee pot? What are you talking about? I don't know. I got some crazy person out there ranting and raving about how I have a small cup and a small coffee pot. They must come from the land of huge. It's my cup, and in my pot are definitely not small. You don't insult a man's coffee cup. We take those very personally from where I'm from. Get your ass kicked in certain circles making fun of a man's coffee cup. You know what I mean? Absolutely get your ass kicked. How am I doing, Baldy? Do I need to go to subscriber only? Are you, oh, Sandra Lynn, you make me smile seeing you here. Yeah, I'm glad you got on this morning as well. Hadn't thought of you in a little while. Hadn't thought too much of Naperville in a little while, but super excited to see you here. Good morning from Louisiana, and good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Sunday morning. It is September 14th. It is 7:32 a.m. Happy Sunday. It's a little show I've been doing for quite some time. It's a show. It's funny I say that. Sandra Lynn, when were you watching me? Like 3 years ago in my house in Naperville. What a crazy road it's been, Sandra Lynn. That rhymes. Jack Taylor has been watching for that long. Julie, I don't know if she's watching yet. It's been watching that long. It's been a crazy, crazy road. Should children be allowed to bring it to school, or should it be banned? I don't know about peanuts. It's weird that peanuts and peanut butter are such a allergic substance. I wonder why that is. It seems like somebody should know. Or should be able to figure out why that's happening. Because it wasn't the case when we were little, when I was little. I tell you, I question science a lot. You're supposed to question science. Anybody that doesn't question science is just silly, I think. The whole point of science is questioning. You know, you test and you try and you test again and you try something slightly different. And but I would be surprised if we do not know why the occurrence of peanut allergies has gone through the roof in my lifetime. Everybody brought peanut butter and jelly to school when I was little. Now it seems half the kids are allergic to it. There's no way the scientists don't know. I just don't think there's any way. Yeah. Larry says, is it the vaccines? I don't know what it is, but there's no way they don't know. And not only do they not know, I think the information is being hidden for a reason. And I'm going to guess it's a monetary reason for somebody. Because it's obvious that peanut allergies have gone through the roof in my lifetime. And it also seems really obvious that the occurrence of autism has gone through the roof in my lifetime. And I can't imagine that the scientists haven't figured out why that is yet, unless there's no monetary reason to know. Yeah, no like financial incentive to figure it out. That makes me wonder. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, any thoughts on that? Jack Saylor, Sandra Lynn? Drip back a little bit, get a little further away from you. And everyone is gluten-free. Yeah, gluten. Isn't gluten wheat? I mean, I was raised thinking like wheat was really good for you. We'd get wheat bread. Seems so weird. But anyway, as I was saying, this is a show I've been doing for quite some time. It's a show about me talking, show about me sharing some feelings, kind of sharing a little bit about the, we process wheat, differently now. I think that's the reason, says Josh. We process wheat differently than we did 40 years ago. I don't know, maybe. But have peanuts changed? Yeah. Anyway, let me get back to it. For those that have been watching a while, you know this is not, well, this is kind of an interesting conversation. Because I think it's important. There's no way scientists don't know, that somebody doesn't know why peanut allergies have gone through the roof. Or that autism, I don't think it's just more, I don't know what the word is. Food has changed, says 55. Huh. Well, why are we changing food? Why are we putting toxins in our food? Yeah. With all the advancement in science, why are we changing food to increase allergies or allergic reactions or increase the occurrence of autism or what have you? Convenience, Chapter Chaser says. Because it's cheaper, somebody says. Huh. So are you saying like when I was a kid, because now they talk about like free range chickens and organic fruits and vegetables and what have you. Are you saying when I was a kid that stuff like chickens were running around free on the range? And that there was less chemicals? I mean, I know there was a lot of chemicals when I was a kid. It almost wiped out bald eagles, like the fish were toxic and stuff like that. Huh. Josh says, when I was a kid, things were organic. Because things were grown like more simply or less mass produced. Or was it small farmers or less pesticides? I mean, because when I was a kid as well, people smoked cigarettes indoors and everywhere. People are eating more processed and packaged food. All right, I believe that. I believe that. Because, yeah, you go now to this, I mean, we bought stuff in cans and frozen vegetables and powdered milk and things like that. But are you saying like more preservatives are in the milk or what have you, or in the stuff we have? Huh. And do you think that's why people are more allergic and autism is on the rise? Huh. Somebody's throwing out phosphates. Powdered milk. What am I, a sailor? No, I was raised in the 70s. My family didn't have a lot of money. it was not ideal. I will promise you. Yeah, it was not ideal. It didn't taste real good. Even if you stirred it pretty good, there'd be still little clumps. Ooh. I'm not like cereal. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. I have no idea if there's a link. I just know people are more Whole Foods than they do now. Let's see. Let's see. What's the world's richest man position? I don't know. Going to the doctor when I was a kid in the 80s and 90s, and people were smoking in the lobby back then. Yeah, you watch movies from back then. That's you watch a movie from the 80s, and yeah, people are smoking in the hospital. It's crazy. Seems so weird. Good morning, Angela. Where have you been? I've missed you. But anyway, as I was saying, happy Sunday. It's a show I've done for quite some time. It's a show about me talking. It's a show with few rules. It's a show where the conversation just can go where it may go. And it's a show about me sharing some feelings and some of the ups and downs we have in life. Oh, do I have some interesting stories about that I may or may not share. But for those that have been watching a while, is it like a haze in my room? Is it the lighting? What if I went like that? Oh no, the haze is gone when I go like that. So it's kind of just the lighting. Maybe it's an aura. Maybe it's just an aura. I'm soft lit. I'm like the women on Star Trek. The pretty ones. And they were all pretty. They didn't have a whole lot of use for unattractive women in space. Yeah. I mean, maybe the guys were good looking. I don't know. I didn't notice. But just think about it. In Star Trek, none of the women, like at least on the Brady Bunch, like Alice was a normal looking lady. There were no Alices in Star Trek. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, let's see. It is not just a show about me talking. For those that have been watching a while, it's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me. And I am so excited to have my first sip. Hold on, I gotta get some water drank first. So my hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you have a nice hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Mama, I'm a home. It's extra strong pumpkin spice by Starbucks. That's nice. John B is watching the morning show on his day off. John B, thank you for tuning in on the morning show. Josh is drinking an energy drink this morning. That's cool. Somebody says it sounds like he installed voice premium version. I mean, is my voice that good, really?
Somebody in the not in the audience, somebody out in the real world said to me yesterday, "Hey, has anyone ever told you you look like?" And she was like, couldn't think of the name, and I go, "Bruce Willis," and she goes, "Yeah." And I go, "You don't know how many times a day people say I look like Bruce Willis, but not in the real world." That was surprising to hear in the real world. It's usually just on this show. We got a lot of people fascinated. Ooh, somebody's loading some barbecue in the crock pot. That sounds nice. Sounds nice. Angela, congratulations for having a couple grandbabies in your life now. Gotta love the stuffing out of them. I'm sure you will. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. So it's Sunday morning. We have a glorious audience today. We got 41 people watching. We already got 13 thumbs up. So we've been talking for 21 minutes. I don't know what we have to talk about today, but I am sure we'll think of something while we're drinking some coffee. I appreciate you for joining me this morning. I'm coming at you from Appleton, Wisconsin, a town about 75,000, just about 30 minutes away from Green Bay. I've lived here since February, moved up from the suburbs of Chicago back in February. Been working 2 jobs. About a week or 2 ago, I made a tough decision to leave one job that I was proven at and really good at for another job that had more potential, but I wasn't as proven at, and I certainly had doubts about my own ability there. I think we all are blessed with certain skill set, and I certainly have my blessings and gifts, but I also have things I'm not great at. For instance, baseball or basketball, I'm not really good at. I don't know why. But either way, I think the job that I'm working at, I'm not that good at, which is been tough to feel. I thought if I tried really hard, I could get better, improve, conquer, dominate even. And I'm not sure I will. I think the job requirements are just totally not my thing. So even though the potential's there really good, really high, I guess I miss going to the first job, and I left there about a week ago, actually a week ago today. I was scheduled at both jobs and I had to make a choice, and I left one to go to the other because I thought the other had more potential. But in the days that followed, I continue to struggle a little bit, feel nervous going in, feel like I'm not doing as good of a job as I could. Just left me wondering a little bit. Good morning, Opal. Somebody says it's 11 o'clock where they are. It is 7:49 a.m. right now. Yeah. And for me, being good at something, I like being good at something. I like doing a job I'm good at. Kind of leaves me wondering. Can I try to go back to the other job? No, I can't. I can't go back to the other job. I wouldn't want to go back to the other job. I'm not sure that it was right for me. If it was right, I probably would still be there. It almost like going back, and again, I felt a week ago when I made the choice, it felt just like I was dating 2 women and I had dates planned with both of them. And I left one woman for another. And there were hurt feelings from the first woman. The first woman was probably steady, reliable. solid. And I chose the second woman that maybe was flashier and sexier and offered a greater upside, if you will. Yeah, wondering about it. Is there a way to practice my job at home? Nah, not really. Not really. I feel a little bit like a fish out of water at the second job. You know, I'm a great swimmer, but there's no water around. Or swimming is invaluable at the second job. Will I look for a new job? Well, I don't think I ever altogether stopped looking for a job. I realized the first job I was really good at, but I think I was fairly capped out and I got as good as you can be at it and was still only making X number of dollars a week and having to work a lot to do it, more than I should. And the second job offered probably a 50% boost to earnings if I got very good at it. Or maybe even a double the earnings if I got very good at it. But I don't know that I can get very good at it. I even think the boss is starting to question whether I can be very good at it. I feel the focus is overly on me, where if I make a mistake, it gets magnified because they're looking for it. And that's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling, and I don't like it. What am I doing today? Well, it's about 8 o'clock. I think I'm going to go to church today. There's an 8:30 service and there's a 10:30 service at the church I go to. And I think I would feel good going to church. I'm working later. Can't say I'm looking forward to it, which is disappointing. Yeah, I don't feel valued there. And maybe it is just, I don't know. Just gonna sit here and drink some coffee. But anyway, it is Sunday morning. Yeah. And I'm not totally sure. Somebody's going on 1 year sober. Nice job. Nice job. Did you drink a lot? Person that's going on 1 year sober? Wonder how often you drank, how long you drank. How you feel, what your biggest challenges are. Favorite barbecue? I honestly don't know if I'm a huge fan of barbecue. Sweet Baby Ray's, probably, if you're talking barbecue sauce, or if you're talking like barbecue chicken or pork or whatever. I don't think barbecue's my thing. Minnie drank a lot of hard liquor and beer, and you drank quite a lot. Cleo quit 27 years ago. You drinking alcohol, Cleo? Way to go. Well, we got a strange number of people that don't drink anymore, I think, watch my show. Somebody says, do this for my job. J Lamb says, fight like hell against those addictions. Huh. I think there's two words that I struggle with in that sentence, J Lamb. I think the conventional wisdom is to fight like hell against those addictions. And I think a lot of people do it that way and struggle that way. But I think if you change the word addiction to want, you suddenly don't need to fight like hell. And you can take your control back. I don't want to make this a show about sobriety every day, but it seems like a popular topic that keeps coming up. Cleo quit smoking 27 years ago. All right, well, that's a long time ago. Yeah, smoking's yucky. Smoking's yucky. Wow. We got 47 people watching on a Sunday morning, a beautiful Sunday morning. They're watching a guy drink coffee without a ton to say. Somewhat feeling better than I did yesterday. Yesterday was a hard day for me. I don't know. This is my 5-year anniversary of drinking heavily. Well, you kept you keep a log of your heavy drinking? Most people can't remember that clearly. I don't believe it's your 5-year anniversary of drinking heavily. Smoking is stinky and expensive, yeah. Again, when I was young, people smoked indoors. I mean, I'm sure smokers still smoke in their house, but it definitely the smell lingers for sure. Why was yesterday hard? I don't know. I didn't get enough sleep. I didn't get enough sleep. Felt kind of down. Almost felt depressed. But it was almost okay because I realized the feeling or recognized the feeling. I wasn't motivated to get out of the apartment. I had to force myself to go to the farmer's market. Usually I'm pretty excited. I chose not to go to the gym. And I went to work and, didn't have a great day of work. Let's see. I'm going to get a little more coffee and let you guys chit-chat as I do it. But as I do it, I'm going to say thank you to the 50 people that are joining me today. And the 21 thumbs up. Got home from work around midnight last night. Maybe that's too late. Again, I think things happen for a reason. And I think if I struggle at my second job and don't enjoy my second job and eventually would have to find a different job, that God wanted me to do that. And me working to midnight on a Saturday feels a little late. And I'd prefer not to do it, but I can right now. Oh, hello, multi-dimensional from the United Kingdom. How are you? Somebody said maybe it's the job weighing on me. A little bit it has been. A little bit it has been. I've struggled getting off work on a couple key times. Obviously last week, I was scheduled at both jobs on the same day and I had to make a choice. Maybe I made it the wrong choice, but if I made the wrong choice, again, I don't know how I'd be making it through without some faith and belief because I'd be kicking myself at every misstep. And I think I used to go through life kicking myself at every misstep. And now I don't even really look at missteps as much as reasons to get me back on the right path. Yeah. Huh. I'm gonna try something. we are gonna try something. We're gonna throw it to subscriber only for a little bit and see how it goes. Just see how it goes a little bit. Again, I might not talk a whole heck of a lot. I went through 9,000 subscribers yesterday. There was very little fanfare. Used to get excited by every mile marker, every 1,000 subscribers, even every 100 subscribers. I talked on the show a lot about goals and how it's weird because I'll set a lot of goals, but then I'll achieve a goal or not achieve a goal. And either way I go, huh. Which gets me back to the thought, it doesn't matter how fast you're going as long as you're moving forward. Because life's not a race in the end, and maybe figuring out everything isn't what we're destined to do or what we're supposed to do, or stop making mistakes, or love our job, or get along with everybody. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's probably not the first time. But I do like that coffee. And I am looking forward to my day. I'm not totally sure what it holds. Again, I'm going to be going to church in probably a couple hours, and I'm looking forward to that. It'll be good to be in a good community of people moving forward and getting better and singing and having gratitude. Again, I left my first job last week, and I think one of the perks of leaving that job will be an ability to go to church on Sundays a little more. And because oftentimes I'd start work there at 11 o'clock on Sundays. And although I could catch the 8:30 church service, it made my Sundays kind of overly rushed in a way I didn't enjoy. So I guess I'm looking forward to going to church a little more. Better figure out the second job, or I'm going to have a whole lot of time to do whatever the hell I want. Create content, sit and talk to you guys all day long, drinking coffee. That might get dull. But as the sun went around, or the earth went around the sun, and the hour changed, and like right now it's probably 10, 11 o'clock in Australia. In a couple hours it'll be that time in Hawaii, and the people from Hawaii can tune in, and then California, and I won't sleep. Maybe I'll become one of those content creators that just has the live show going on while I'm sleeping, tossing and turning in bed. Do any of you watch that? I've heard there's people out there that have a live video of them sleeping. Seems a little strange to me. Maybe it's a little strange drinking coffee and talking. No, I like doing it. I got time. I got coffee. Yeah. Wow, the audience, Cleo, the audience got so quiet since I turned it to subscriber only. Makes me feel a little lonely. Like, is anybody there? I was thinking about it. We've all heard the expression, if a tree falls in the woods and nobody hears it, does it make a noise? And I always used to think, of course it makes a noise. But I'm not sure that it does. I'm not sure that it does. When are the little ones coming to visit? Well, what day is it? In 2 weeks. They're coming to visit in 2 weeks. But I don't like to think of it as visiting. But I'll see them again in 2 weeks. And I'm really looking forward to that. We're still working through, I have 4 beautiful kids for anybody that doesn't know. I'm twice divorced. And we're working out a parenting schedule as best we can. And yeah, I get to see him in 2 weeks. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. It's kind of hot right here. I might want to go to my couch. Should I go to my couch? Should I talk all day? Should I blow off job number 2? To hell with it. I'm struggling here. You all don't seem to appreciate me anyway. You don't see this sleeps, but I like to check he's not sneaking chocolate bars. Obsidian watches the guy. Hold on here. We're gonna flip the camera around. That's where we're going. Keep an eye on where you're going in life. Oh. I still worry a little bit about my PJs and them opening up. This is where we're going to be sitting for anybody that wants to know. Oh yeah, that's that futon that I've posted multiple videos about. And strangely, it gets some of my best views. People are fascinated by my futon. Why wouldn't they be? It's a fascinating futon after all. My computer just made a noise. It went doom doom. Let's get you out of the sun. Well, thank you, Opal. Yeah, my little ones are super cute. They're the sweetest little things, and they need their data. And I'll tell you what, it's been hard balancing life and finances, and this is not a unique story to me, but it is, I mean, it's unique for me. Again, just the responsibilities of being a divorced dad, and the strains and the pullings you get in different directions at times can be challenging, especially when you struggle with things. I certainly have struggled with things. Although I need the money, since I don't feel valued at job number 2, it's gonna be hard to go in today. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to go in today. Since I don't feel, I mean, I know I'm appreciated by a certain section of the job. But I don't think enough. I don't think enough. I think we should all feel valued at our job. If we're trying hard and bringing a good attitude and on time and doing our best, and we're not appreciated, I think we're in the wrong job. Lisa Smith, what makes me feel not valued? I'll tell you what, I think there's a microscope or a magnifying glass. If I have an issue, it's hard to explain, and I'm not going to explain it. But I certainly wouldn't say that I fit in. I mean, I fit in as best I can, and I'm trying real hard and come with a good attitude, and I'm outgoing and friendly to everybody. But sometimes I feel like, what was the show? Was it on Sesame Street? One of these things is not like the other. One of these things doesn't belong, or something like that. I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about. But it's a memory from my childhood. And it almost feels like me. And no matter how hard I try to fit in, I still feel kind of like an outsider. And I'm not totally sure why that is. And at my first job, I fit in great. Yeah. And was kind of looked up to as a leader and a trainer and somebody that's getting promoted. And I struggled a long time ago, for a long time making the decision on what to do. And I went for the job that I thought had more potential. Do I feel like the others have a different skill set than me? Yeah. Yeah. I think mine my skill lays in, well, besides attitude and positivity, but interpersonal and talking and taking care of clients and what have you. And not necessarily working the system and working through the process to get somebody from A to B. And I think the job I'm at right now is just working the process and checking the boxes and getting people from A to B. And I don't think my mind works well in that situation. Somebody asked if it's an age difference. Well, certainly, but I don't think the age is the issue. I mean, I'm older than most people. It's a weird feeling, because I still feel young at heart. You know, I think I am. I mean, holy crap, I'm 57. I look pretty good. You know, when I was a kid, if I would have said, hey, 57, I would have thought, wow, that's old. Then if I looked at myself, I'd go, hey, wow, he looks pretty good for 57. But what happened to my hair? Where did my hair go? I don't think the biggest issue is age. I think the skill set and is different, though. I'm not saying the people I work with don't have skills, but they're very different than mine, and it's more of a, just working through a process to get a result. And my mind gets cloudy on that process, working through the process, and gets confused. And, you know, I'm more comfortable just saying, to hell with the process. Get me to the customer and let me talk to the customer, and we'll get it taken care of. And that's not the way this job works. It doesn't feel right for me. And I don't feel that good at it. And I've talked about it since day one. I'm editing videos from 2.5 months ago. And I was talking about how I'm not sure I'm good at it since the first day I worked there. But the potential was there. But the potential was only there if I got good at it. Yeah. It's an interesting thing. Maybe neither job was the right one. Maybe there can be a job that relies more heavily on interpersonal connection and communication and less on working a system. Oh. Yeah. Somebody said, sounds like I should move on from this job. And I was skeptical. I was talking about this weeks ago. And people were saying, well, you're new, give it time. But I don't feel I have the backing of the powers that be like I should, to be honest with you. Yeah. And it's fine, because that's their decision to make. But if attitude and effort don't account for anything, and maybe at some point they don't. Rebecca says, you gotta be happy in what you're doing. And I think I'm happy if I'm pretty good at something. And although the first job I was really good at, I don't think it was too physically demanded. Do I need support from my bosses and coworkers to thrive? No. Well, I mean, a little bit. If your bosses aren't supporting you, I think my coworkers do. I know my clients do. But again, I struggle with the system that they have in place. Yeah. I struggle with the system they have in place. And I don't begrudge them having a system and having a type of employee that works the system better. But I don't think it's me. So I'm going to go there today feeling like a little bit of a fish out of water, and feeling like I'm at a place that doesn't appreciate fish. You know what I'd love to be able to do? Huh. Oh, what type of work would I like to do in general? I want to help people. I want to make people feel good. I think I have a gift to make people smile. Somebody once said they wish they could put my energy in a bottle and they'd sell it. And that's kind of what Coffee with Ken is. I don't know, I'm kind of positive. I'm outgoing, I'm friendly, I'm fun, I'm helpful. I'm prompt. I try real hard. I might suck at some things. But it doesn't stop me from trying. I keep getting back up and trying again. It sounds like I've already made my decision. You might as well begin a search for a new place of employment. Well, I think that I am. And I had never ceased my search for employment. I knew job one. It showed me I have a strong skill set for this type of work. And I wanted to see if it would transition to job two, and it didn't. But that doesn't mean job one's the best solution either. Yeah. I know there's a lot of jobs out there. What about concentrating on the show and making it big? Well, okay, when you say concentrating on the show and making it big, I appreciate that. But what does that mean? I think it is getting big, but I don't think you can rush it either. Again, I hit 9,000 subscribers yesterday on YouTube. That's double where it was a year ago. I don't know. It's not hugely lucrative. It's slightly lucrative. Well, thank you, Angela. I have faith in me too. But honestly, if I could go back in time, and I can't, I might have made a different decision last Sunday and not left job one to go to job two. But again, I think there's a reason for everything. Go live more. Tala, you are new to my page, but you sound supportive, so I don't think you're a troll. What's your real name, Tala? Is it Tala? Am I reading it right? Oh, I am okay, Angela. And again, I think it's been a stressor. I talked about it openly. Taking off days for my kids has been stressful. Taking off days for the other job was stressful. I'm like loyal to a fault. I want to be the best employee I can be. And I felt working at both these jobs was conflicting to that a little bit, or put me in conflict of what I should be doing a little bit. So, who knows? Who knows? But I do know it's Sunday morning. And I do know it's 8:20 in the morning. And I do know church is at 10:30. I do know my next shift is at 3 o'clock today. Could be an interesting one. But I'll go in, I'll be on time, I'll have a great attitude, I'll try hard. I'll probably be underappreciated, but I mean, I don't even know if it's underappreciated is the word. And I wouldn't fault them if they let me go because I'm not great at it. But I do believe any mistake I make gets magnified. And if I do something wrong at all, I don't get talked about it once or twice. I feel there's almost a discussion about, hey, did you see Ken didn't check this box? And each member of the staff will come over and say, hey, Ken, you got to remember to check the box. And I go, oh, yeah, I forgot. It almost feels like Office Space. You remember the movie Office Space? I mean, it's probably toxic for me. I'm not blaming necessarily them. I might not be good at checking boxes. I'm probably not. But if I forget to check a box, I'll have 6 people remind me to check the box next time. And I'll go, okay, yeah, sorry about that. Screwed up. I mean, I take ownership. Yesterday, I usually take ownership no matter what. I must say, I stood up for myself a little bit when I was being blamed for something that I can assure you was not my fault. What boxes are we talking about? It doesn't matter. Because we all do different things in life and we all experience you know, the footsteps we take in different, our footsteps aren't the same, but our experiences often are. You want me to talk about certain political things? You want this to be a show about politics? I don't feel like causing trouble or even arguing about politics, really. I mean, I'd make my political point clear. I make my stances and my opinions pretty clear. Sometimes I'll get annoyed, like I'll be just waking up and somebody will ask me about something I don't feel like talking about. And I don't want to make this show about what I think of Trump or what I think of Charlie Kirk or what I think of abortion or LGBTQ every day. Because that's not what drives me. What really drives me, I think, is helping people and making people laugh or smile or feel good or feel okay. Feeling not so alone and spreading my journey, because again, I step in as many potholes, if not more, than most people. And maybe watching me trip and fall will help others to avoid the same things. Oh, you were asking if the boxes are political things. No. Would it help me making a cheat sheet to help me remember all those steps, boxes? Yeah, but I think at the core, what I am good at, and that's kind of bringing joy to people, isn't as important at the job I'm working at now. And I knew that. I knew that. And I knew my skill set was unique at the first job, but my skill set almost isn't even valued at the second job. And that's hard. But it's okay. Well, you're right about that, Angela. But part of me, as a little bit of a take this job and shove it guy, I know it's Sunday, so it's kind of hard getting hired on a Sunday. But part of me wants to see if I can. And they'll be fine. They'll be fine. They were fine before me. They'll be fine after me. I don't doubt it. But again, I'm not saying they're doing anything wrong. They're a job that you need to check the boxes as you go down through your day, and I don't know, I'm forgetful of checking the dang boxes as hard as I try. Somebody says, if memory serves, isn't this the supper club job? Oh, I talked about interviewing at a supper club a long time ago. But no. Yeah, Angela, I'm sure that's what I'll do. But like I said, I'm sure that's what I'll do. And we'll go in, and we'll go to church. I might even get a workout in today. Have I ever been in the radio or newspaper? Can you tell us about it? What do you mean? Been in the radio or newspaper? I mean, have I ever been on the radio? I don't think so. Newspaper? I mean, maybe a little bit for running or something like that. There's not much to tell. Angela, I think I will have an awesome day. I think what happened yesterday was I faced my fear. I knew this was out there. And probably knew in my mind it was coming. And knew in my mind it's not a good fit. And I feel like the company feels that for the first time now as well. Probably hurts my feelings a little bit. But, yeah, I got feelings. I'm a human. I cry. But I get up and I smile and I go to church and I work out and I still get to work today with a good attitude. But maybe no, it's not the landing place for me that I'd hoped it would be, but I never really probably thought it would be. So, anyway, it's Sunday morning. I ate 3 peaches when I got home last night. Not sure why. Thought it'd be a healthy alternative to eating ice cream. But the sad part of that story is I have none left for this morning. But never fear, I have bananas, apples, and blueberries. So I will get plenty of fruit and plenty of fiber and vitamin C and any other good nutrients that are in those. And I will gobble them up. And faith will keep me going, Rebecca. It does. It does. And I'm looking forward to my day. And I want to say thank you so much for joining me on this Sunday morning. And helping raise my spirits a little bit. And helping me get my day started with a little coffee and a little optimism and a little hope for the future. And yeah, I'm looking forward to my day. And I hope anybody new out there that is just tuning in subscribes to my channel. I have a lot of fun. I go live every morning, and my page grows a little bit every day. And I want to thank you for being a part of it, and hope you had a wonderful, wonderful night's sleep. Hope your weekend's gone great. Hope you are feeling good. Hope you're loving yourself, and I hope you're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.